Society of the Snow is now on Netflix, and I will say it's Netflix's first good movie of the year. But let's first get started with the fancy word of action. Welcome back to the channel, everyone. I hope you're all doing well. This is going to be the first movie review of 2024. I'm very excited to start all these movie reviews this year. I'm excited to, review more movies this year than last year. It's going to be a lot of fun. But as I said, we're going to be reviewing Society of the Snow, a new true story that launched on Netflix. Before we get started, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel. I'm going to read you guys a quick plot synopsis just so you know what the movie is about. In 1972, a flight crashes in the remote heart of Andes, forcing survivors to become each other's best hope. And this one is directed by J.A. Bayona. This is a film from Spain, so a foreign film, and you can watch it with subtitles, which I did, but you can also watch it dubbed on Netflix. I do have, I think they have actors that do dub their movies, that foreign movies on Netflix, so you can watch it any way you really want to, but I do recommend this one a lot. J.A. Bayona, as I said, directing the movie, he's known for Monster Calls, The Orphanage, and I mostly know him for Jurassic World, The Fallen Kingdom, which actually had a lot of emotion, but that movie was a little, a little not great, but all three of those Jurassic World movies weren't great. But I'm happy that he's finally back in making like really good movies. And I got to go look at his other ones because, I haven't seen any of them except Jurassic World because, I'm still trying to get into a lot of foreign movies. There's not really big ways for me to watch them. If you guys really have a streaming service that has a lot of them, let me know down in the comments. I love to get into more foreign movies that I know they have a lot of great gems everywhere, and I really just need to get into more of them. But as I said, this one's from Spain, and this one, it really caught me off guard by how, how moving it was, but how terrifying it was. Like, it's a true story about these people, if they're flying someplace this big, they got a rugby team on the plane, they got other people on the plane, got families on the plane, and they fly over Andes, and it's a big storm, lots of wind happening. They crash into this mountain. The plane gets basically ripped in half. And as someone who's flown on a plane a couple times, even my first time flying on a plane, it's kind of scary going on a plane for the first time. I think it's scary for anyone to even go on a plane another time. Like, if you've flown on a plane like many times, I feel like there's still something, deep down inside you that's pretty scared of your plane like just crashing, just failing, the engine's failing, you just not making it alive. It's one of those things, planes are pretty safe, a safe way to travel, but there's always that 1% chance that something bad could happen. And this did happen, it did happen a long time ago. But it's still stuff like this could still happen, so it's pretty scary to go on planes still, even if they're really high tech and all that. That's why this movie just scared me just a little, because it's planes. Planes are just kind of freaky sometimes, and the plane crash scene in this was so intense. Just makes you think of how it happened if you were in this situation. You don't even want to think about that because people are already in this situation. It's sad for them enough. And I was just kind of afraid for these people in this situation, even though, some people did make it alive. A lot of people sadly died. A lot of people just injured, very injured in this film. Like you saw in the crash, when you see the crashing in this, a lot of people got crushed by the pressure of the crash. And there was just so much happening in this film. And when they do crash, when they're on the mountains, the snowy mountains, it's so cold for them up there, freezing temperatures, and people can hardly breathe, and they have nothing to eat. It's hard for them to survive up there. That's why I thought this film, was terrifying, but also mixed with sadness. It's just so sad to see people lose their lives to these horrible things that happen to them. And it's hard enough for them to even live long enough and live, in this dangerous situation. I do kind of, you can never feel how these people did feel, but watching this movie does help feel how they felt just a little bit in this scary situation. It just tears everyone apart, tears your mental state up. That's why I felt like J.A. Bayona did a great job in directing this, did a great job making you feel how these people felt in this cramped situation. You just can't really leave. You're in this one area of this little plane just to try to stay warm just for a little bit. And there's scary things that happen. They have to eat what they have, and they don't want to. You see these talks in this film, they don't want to do those things, but it's the only way for them to live. They talk about beliefs and all that in the film. I love those little conversations that they had. And I really did love the script of this film. I'm not sure if it's going to get any conversations around this film, because I do know it's eligible for 2023 Oscars because it did have a limited release in 2023 in some theaters. But I don't know if Spain submitted this for Best International Feature. I hope they did, because I hope it would get nominated. But I don't know if it would get in any other places. But I really think that this is just a well put together film. I wish I could have seen it last year, because it would have been in my top 20, top 30, because there's so many films last year, but I really did like this one a lot. It holds a really insane level of detail that I wasn't prepared for. Shot selection's great. Anything that features snow, I will say the shot selection's great. Cinematography looks beautiful because of all the snow, and the makeup was really done so well because they got to do a lot of makeup for the injuries. They got to make everyone look kind of frail because they didn't have anything to eat. Everything around their eyes, around their face, their teeth. There was this one scene where someone was just pulling at their teeth and it was just coming out, and that kind of freaked me out just a little bit because teeth are a little freaky to me. So it had an insane load of detail. Makeup was great. Maybe it could get a makeup nomination. I'm not sure on that front, but I hope it at least gets the best international feature consideration. I'm gonna have to look up if Spain submitted this one because I really hope they did. I will say some of the gripes for me, it was a little long, and it kind of depressed me a little bit, but I think that was the point of the movie, to really make you feel how these people felt, and give you all the loss in this film. And I do love, when there was a death on screen, and when they showed a body or showed a little bit of their body, they put the name on screen and what age they sadly died at. So I love that amount of respect that they put for the people. But I will say it was a little too long. It's about 2 hours and 20 minutes. You do spend, the bigger part of the film with the people in, the mountains. About 2 hours of the film. You could take the first 15 minutes, 20 minutes to get introduced to these characters. But yeah, I feel like the story was, yeah, I feel like it could have been tighter towards the end, but the story was really captivating, and I'm glad I do know about it now, because it is a very, terrifying, scary story. But I think it's good to know most of these people did survive, and they will say and at the end of the film, there's a little bit of monologue at the end. They do say they want their story to be told, and all that. They want you to know that they did survive. So I thought that was very nice. But overall, Society of the Snow is Netflix's first film of 2024, and it's a really good film for them to start. Netflix, we all know they have a hard time with movies, and most of them aren't great, but this one is really good. I really encourage you guys to watch this one subtitled if you can, but as I said, there is a dub version on Netflix. But I really did enjoy this one a lot for how sad it is, how terrifying it made me feel, and the level of detail. Cinematography was great. So I'm going to give Society of the Snow a 7.5 out of 10. I'm not sure if I'm going to put this on my 2024 list or put it back on my 2023. I'll just think about that, but it's the first film I'm starting with for 2024, and I really enjoyed it. I hope you guys enjoyed this review a lot. Make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.